Hi guys, in this video, I'm going to be showing you the only Facebook ad strategy that you need to run if you own a home service business in 2026. So this is the current method for Facebook ads that actually works, that I'm running, my clients are running, people that own home service businesses are running. This is the only method that you need to know of and how you should be running your first campaign. There's a lot of different ways to run campaigns, but this is how you should start your first campaign. And then once you get advanced and you're working with, a marketer or something like that, then you can try more advanced campaigns. But this is the number one way you should run ads for your home service business. So let's get right into it. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to go straight into it. So the first thing is you need to come to the ads manager. That's adsmanager.facebook.com. And we're going to create a new campaign, and it's going to be under leads. So all these other ones, don't worry. You're just going to run the leads one. Click continue. And immediately we're going to put an offer, which for this specific roofing ad, we're going to stick to $1,000 off. And you can go with different offers. And what I like to do is I like to have different offers in different campaigns and then launch a bunch of different ads in that offer campaign, right? Because let's say you try like a bunch of different offers, and you can do it this way if you want. In one campaign, you have like 7, 10 different offers. You won't know which offer is actually performing the best because there's a possibility when you're running too many ads that are too different with different offers, it's going to obviously pick the best offer. So if you're offering like, $500 off ad and you have $1,000 off ad, of course the $1,000 off ad is going to probably perform better. And we're going to put all our ads into one campaign, one ad set. That's how you're supposed to be running it now. That's how everyone's running it. So, and I'm going to explain all that right now. So we're going to start with $1,000 off. Or actually, we're not going to start with $1,000 off. I take that back. We're going to do price anchoring. So we're going to put best roof price. That's actually better. And that's not an offer. We're just going to show price anchoring, and I'm going to show you what that is. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do version 1. And the reason I'll show you version 1 is because there's a little trick at the end that I'm going to show you how to reset your campaign. So it's like a brand new audience, and it's just a special trick. No one teaches this, but I'm going to teach you at the end of this video. So make sure you finish it. But first, so we got the campaign, version 1. You don't have to make any other changes. You're going to leave campaign budget on, and we're going to put $100 a day. I recommend not running Facebook ads unless you're spending no more than $30 a day to $50 a day. $30 a day is if you own a very business that gets leads cheaply, which is usually like beauty industry, very just a cheap lead. But roofing, unfortunately, your cost per lead is going to be $40 to $60 a lead. And so if you want 2 leads a day, you got to run $100 a day. You'll sometimes get 3, but your cost per lead is going to be in the $40 to $60 cost per lead for roofing, for what I'm seeing today in a lot of different markets. So after you put that $100 right there for the campaign budget, we're going to select next. You're going to leave all this other stuff alone. And now we're going to choose an audience. So the way I like to do this is I like to come down and first thing we're going to do is select the conversion location, which we're going to select instant forms. All right. So we're going to select instant forms, and we're going to come down, just keep scrolling. Don't touch anything. You don't have to worry about anything. And we're going to select the location. So I'm going to choose a location of, let's just see, let's go with Florida. All right. Or let's do Orlando, Florida. And we'll click that. Now you have a 25-mile location. So now you want to check out, don't forget to uncheck this. Reach more people likely to respond to your ads. You want to uncheck that. That will screw you up. And you see, so if you have this enabled, what it's going to do is it's going to advertise all over Florida. It's such a crappy button. People leave this on accidentally, and they're like, oh, I'm getting leads 6 hours away. So make sure you uncheck that. It's very important. You'll see the estimated audience size is 2.9 million to 3.59 million. That's a good audience size. Now, if you go smaller, right, let's you go up to 10 miles, 1.7 million to 2 million, still a good audience size. Not all of you guys are going to have this large audience size. I will tell you right now, if you run home service businesses and it's roofing or it's a competitive industry, if your audience size is small in the 200,000 to 300,000 range of this audience size right here, as you can see, you're going to have problems with your cost per lead. It's going to be really high. Your cost per lead is going to be $90 to $100. So the bigger audience, the better chance your cost per lead is going to drop. So just want to let you know that is a possibility. So you might want to increase the range. With this 10 mile, 1.7 to 2 million, I can get away with that and have a good cost per lead because that's a large audience that will be showing the ads. So let's come down here. We're going to click this show suggestions. And what you want to do is you want to select people in the range that are most likely to buy your service. And if you don't know what that is, you literally can go to ChatGPT and just ask. You just go to ChatGPT and just say, hey, who's most likely to buy who's most likely to replace their roof on Facebook ads? Which age group? That's all you have to ask. And it's going to tell you right here, 35 to 64 years old. And the secondary is still strong, 30 to 34. That's true. These are homeowners. They have equity, money for projects, actively maintaining property, decision makers, not renters. This is your core money audience, and it's true. And if you don't believe that, I've seen the audience for multiple roofers. However, there are some possibilities of there being young homeowners who need to replace the roof because maybe they just bought the house or something. But I will tell you right now, it's mostly 35 and up. So let's be conservative and let's just put 30 to 65, right? Because that's what it's saying is still strong. So we'll leave it at 30 to 65. Now we're gonna come here, and for anything like home service where it's home improvement, right? This is garage door, HVAC, anything. I personally, people on YouTube all Facebook guys will be like, just leave it alone, don't touch the audience, blah blah blah. Listen, I've tested it. I've tested it countless. It is better to add an interest group almost every single time. Not many interest groups, just one, literally just one. If you can't add an interest group because there's none for your business, then leave it blank. Just uncheck it, right? But I like to run as my first campaign an interest group because it does actually help. And these are just suggestions to Facebook's AI. Facebook's AI is going to decide who to show it to, but this is what I would do, right? And let's say you want to target only high income people. You can click define further, and you can actually type in high income right here. And you could select the actual top income. So what this is going to do is it's only going to target people who have high income. You select all of these, and now you're targeting only high income. And now look at this audience size. So now we're targeting people who have a lot of money. And so it's 278,000 to 327,000 now. So if you're going to do this, make sure you have a larger audience size, and you probably want to go out farther, maybe 25 miles, right? Because now it's 503,000 to 592, and that's a better audience size, especially since we're trying to target people who have the money to do certain things, right? I do not recommend turning the household income on while you're running your first campaign because it very limits you. However, I've seen it perform better when that is on sometimes. So that's something to test if you have the budget or you have the time. Definitely test it out because it does give better leads that actually have the income. So let's move forward to the next step, which we're going to leave it like this, 30 to 65, home improvement. And now we're going to come down here and we're going to click show more settings. And I don't care what people say. I'm going to tell you that multiple times through this video. I don't care what marketers say. I will always come in here, uncheck the audience network, uncheck Messenger, uncheck all threads, uncheck everything. Facebook, Instagram. You're going to come down here. You're going to go to search results. You're going to uncheck Instagram search results. Leave Facebook search results on because some people are searching for roofers in the Facebook marketplace. And guess what? Guess what shows up in the Facebook marketplace? Your ad. if you leave Facebook search results. No one is in Instagram searching for roofing repair or roofing whatever. Okay. So maybe if it's like a product, they're looking like an e-com product, but not your, no one's looking for your roof replacement on Instagram. So come here, ads on Facebook Reels, you're going to disable that. And the reason you're going to disable that is look at the placement. Look how small it is. It's not getting any views. It's actually the worst performing conversion ad. And I've looked at it, right? I've looked at where the most money's made. And the most money is always made in the Instagram feed and the Facebook feed every single time. And now in the stories, Instagram stories. It's actually a lot. Facebook stories, Instagram stories, and Instagram Reels. These are high performers as well too. But guess what isn't a high performer? Facebook notifications. So you're going to turn this off. You're going to uncheck this. Terrible. It's the worst. So no, like look where it shows. It's in notification. Like why waste $1 in that placement? And Facebook tests that. Why would they test that? No one's going to convert. They just want to maximize and spend as much money as they can with your budget. Turn it off. All right. So now that we've done that, we're done with our ad set. So we're going to actually come back up here and I'm going to label it. I like to label it like this: home improvement 30 to 65 plus, and I call it manual placements. This is how I do it. You don't have to do it this way, but I like doing this just to know my audience in the ad set. All right. Now we're going to click next. So now we're at the ad part, the fun part, right? This is the fun part. If that error pops up, just make sure you use Facebook page right here if you don't have an Instagram account, and make sure your Facebook page is selected that you want to use. All right. So we're going to come here and we're going to call this ad 1. This is how I label all my ads. I call this ad 1. All right. So now we actually need to generate our ads. So this is the hardest part. What ads are we going to use? Well, we're going to come to Zuops. Of course, Zuops. And this is where we're going to get our ads. This is where you're going to get your first idea for ads. And you might come up with some really good ideas, for your ads, but you need to utilize Zuops to get your ideas because winners are always posted here. So we're going to come to the ad library and we're going to select roofing as our industry. And now we're going to see a bunch of different types of ads, right? So all these different ads are different variations of potential winners. And so when you run an offer, right, this is an offer which is price anchoring. This is what we're running right now, the best price. So this is price anchoring. This is not price anchoring or best price, but this is considered a best price ad. Another price anchoring right here. This is best price anchoring. So you can see where I'm getting at. These are and this is not price anchoring. The offer is $0 down. So this ad I would not run in that campaign because it's a specific offer that's different. Another one I would not run, $0 down. So that's the offer, $0 down. This is a price anchoring, but it's a little bit, of also like this price, unheard of, this roof. Yeah. So this is a price anchoring as well. So, and this is price anchoring, other roofers, us, so on. So what we want to do is we want to create a bunch of variations of roofing ads that I consider winners. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start with this one. So I'm going to download this one. I really like this ad. This is very simple. Your new roof starting at 6, right? And then we're also going to download, let's see. I really like this ad as well. It's kind of blurry because there was an issue, but what we could do is just come here, click add copier, and now your ad is going to be populated right here. So let's say you added your brand, which I'm going to go with Frontline Roofing. We can actually come in here, create 3 variations, click make it unique, or let's create one variation that's not unique because I really like this one. And since we already uploaded the brand and you can upload your logo right here, click create one unique ad. So it's going to create one unique ad and replace the logo like this, right? And then we're going to click 3 variations, click make it unique. And now it's going to create 3 unique variations with our logo of this ad. So we're going to come back to that, but I'm going to go ahead and launch the first ad, which we did download, which was this one. So we're going to come up here. We're going to upload the ad, and we're going to upload this first one. And the reason I can use this ad is it has no logo on it, right? So some of these ads in the ad library that don't have a logo, you can actually just upload it and start using it. Make sure to click original, original, original. Sometimes it like goes like this. Make sure it's original, okay? Or it'll look weird. But we're going to click next. And now we're going to leave that all blank. And now I like to turn off almost every single one of these. I don't really like the music that much. Add animation, not a fan of that one. Text improvements, that's fine. Add overlays, leave that one. Then you're going to click none. Done. This is how your ad's going to look. So this is a good first ad, right? It's a good first ad. Now for the primary text and headline, we're going to come back to Zuops. And look at that. So we got this done. So look at it. So that, replace this, right? So look at it, it's a little blurry. But guess what? Looks great. Perfectly created it. All right. So that ad right there got replaced with, so this is one of the ads. And then we got this one, which is still generating. But look, these are really good too. I like this one actually more than this one down here. So let's come back to right here, but we're going to get our text. Oh, there we go. Ooh, I like this one too. Oh, I like this one. Okay. I like this one the most because of these lines right here. So we're going to download that. And then we're going to not get that one. So because we have these 3 different ads, they're all kind of similar in terms of price anchoring or best price. And so I'm not a fan of running this ad at the same time as this because it's too similar. You see how this ad is different completely from this one? That's what you want to do when you launch these ads. You want to have complete unique variations of these ads. So let's go back to here. We're going to go to AI tools, and I'm going to come over to the Facebook ad copy generator, and I'm going to upload the ad right here. And I'm also going to upload, oh shoot. So I should have made the same price for this one, 86250. And then this one says 8997. So you want to make sure it's the same. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to show you something cool. We're going to click this, and this is going to be the ad editor. So the ad editor, you can edit anything. You can actually improve the ad by clicking this AI suggestion, enable AI suggestions, and it's going to analyze the ad automatically and tell you, hey, you should apply this thing and you should apply that thing. This ad's already good enough. But it's cool because it'll tell you, oh, okay, score. Okay, you want to apply. Critical, we'll change the headline. There's no primary headline. You get to click apply if you want to apply it. I'm not going to do that. Sometimes it doesn't get it right and it's not that great. But it actually does a good job with certain things. But what I'm coming here to do is change that 8997. So we're going to come down here. We're going to click extract and change text. And what this is going to do is it's going to scan the AI for the text in the image and let you edit the text. And the way that we does is it uses AI to analyze it and then extract the text and then change it perfectly. So we're going to come here, 6250. Okay. So we're going to change this to 6250. And now we're going to click apply edit, which you can see you can do. And if you choose multiple variations, 3 variations, it's going to improve the chances of it getting right. But this is a very easy edit. You don't have to do that. So you could actually just leave one variation on, and then we're going to click apply. And yeah, so this is going to start editing right here. And now this will be done in, a minute. But it's going to apply that text change. And then I want to show you something. The reason I want to wait for this to be done is because I'm going to throw it in that tool where it's going to generate the Facebook ad. All right. So let's just wait for that to be done. And while we're waiting, right, we're going to fill out the primary text, the headline, and the description for this. Okay. So let's come back. There we go. Look at perfect. 6250. Perfect. All right. Download that. Now we're going to come back to the AI tools, Facebook ad, and now we're going to upload those 2 ads. So you can actually upload both of them. And the reason I'm going to upload multiple of these is because it's actually going to take all the text on the ads and create really good copy. So you can upload 5 ads, and it's going to take all 5 ads, check it, and then create copy for it. Isn't that freaking awesome? So what we could do right here is click this, and what we're going to do is click get offer. I really like get offer, learn more, and book now. Those are my favorite call to action. So we're going to click get offer. We're going to click generate ad copy. I'll clear results from my past job of the other ones. And now it's going to scan those 2 ads and then create copy that we're going to use on our ad. While that's going on, we're gonna actually, this will just be done really. But anytime a job's running, you can actually just hover over there. You can actually go away, and the job will still be running, and it'll tell you when it's complete in the top right hand corner. So we'll click that. You could come back here. The images are gone, but it's still generating the job of the ad text. So we'll just wait till it finishes, and we'll see what happens. So finished. Here we go. Ooh, wow. This is I'm reading some of these, and this is really good ad writing. Like this is insane. And this is better. If you go to ChatGPT and you try and get this, you're not going to get this. Like I spent a lot of freaking time mastering this prompt to write this. Okay, to write this good thing. And you can't get this from ChatGPT. I use Gemini Pro as the model, backend model of this to write this copy, because honestly, Gemini Pro is better than ChatGPT at the moment. But I'm going to click the copy right here, and we're going to come here, click primary text, paste that in, click that, click this. We're going to just copy all the text in. And you want to do every single one. I don't care what other people say about you should only do the 3-2-2 method or whatever. Listen, I get good results. My clients get good results. I'll fill this in completely because Facebook's going to test it. They're going to test every headline with every text, and it's going to optimize and know which one's the best. So I want to fill it, and Facebook does not pick the right text because it doesn't add emojis, and emojis are better at getting the call to action. So you see how I copied every single thing, and now we're going to come to descriptions. A lot of people miss it. So we're going to click this, and the descriptions are all social proof. And the reason they're social proof is they're actually going to show right here, and you can't see it because that has a little, see this right here? Look at that, new roof starting at $6,250, and then you see the social proof right. See how good that looks? I like the little roof icon, so I'm going to leave that, especially on iPhone, it will show up. So we're going to finish the social proof of the descriptions. Look, over 1,000 homeowner, it's just social, 100% transparent pricing, licensed and insured pros. And then we got the final one, which is get a quote in seconds. Love it. Those are great. Now we're going to select get offer right here. There we go. Get offer. Cool. Now we got that ad up. So before we go to the next ad and upload that one, we're actually going to create our form. So I already created the form. This is the best funnel, honestly. So I'm just going to click duplicate so you can see what it looks like. So what I do is I select a form name, which this is stop overpaying for your roof, and then version 1. So I'm going to create version 2 just so we can create another one. The reason I do version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4, whatever, is because a lot of the times when you're creating these forms, you're running these campaigns, you might select the wrong questions. You might select the wrong things that really qualify the lead. And the way Facebook learns is through people submitting on this instant form. So if you're getting good leads, right, in the very beginning of your campaign, it's learning based on who's submitting. So a lot of times people will be like, well, I can't answer people. They're not picking up. And it's because, one, there's not enough friction, and the people that are filling it out are just clicking accidentally. And so every lead after that is going to be poor. It's going to be poor quality because they weren't interested in a roof. So Facebook's like, I think I'm doing a great job, and I'm going to keep targeting these people that are basically not who the right audience is for your ad. So you have to increase the friction. You need to make it harder, especially if your lead quality is crap. So we're going to go with version 2 right here. More volume, flexible form, enabled, optimized. Leave that all on. Now, what you want to do in the headline is you want to put the offer, right? You want to say, if it's $1,000 off, you want to say, get $1,000 off your X project, blah, blah, blah today. And then right here in the description, you want to tell them what to do. Fill out the form with your address, and we'll provide you a 100% free quote. This doesn't really have an offer for this one because it's price anchoring. So we're going with, the offer is really like, hey, we got a really good price for you, which is transparent pricing, no sales pressure. You can see this. So that's kind of the offer is, hey, we're really transparent about our pricing. I think that is kind of poor. I don't know if, and then you want to enable the background image right here. I don't know if that's the best offer. However, I specifically run this with this transparent pricing, all this stuff for people who do not have offers and they don't have special discounts, and it does pretty well. So if you don't have an offer, Just say, hey, we're transparent. We have better warranty. We have 50-year warranty. We have blah, 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 blah. You got to have something in the headline to make them want to fill it out. Click next. Ask one question. You can ask 2 questions at the most. Ask 1 question if you can. If you can't, you need to ask 2 questions, right? If you ask like 7 questions, you're not going to get leads. That your cost per lead is going to be $200. So it says, what roofing service do you need? New roof, roof repair, not sure, free inspection. All right. And now we're going to go to the next question. And I'll be honest with you, you can add probably 1 more question to this. And it could be like, what day do you want your free estimate or something? I don't know, whatever to make the lead quality better. But if you're still getting bad leads, you might want to add 1 more question to this. However, I'm going to show you something that no one enabled that actually improves the lead quality. So in the description, we're going to put, we need your information, including your address, to provide you a quote. All right. And you're going to make sure the full name is first right here, email second, phone number is third, street address is fourth, and zip code's fifth. And the street address right here is very, very important. You do not leave optional on. You want optional off. Okay. This forces them to type in their street address and the zip code. I don't care if they don't give you the city or the state or the country, right? You do not need the country and the state or the city, because you can get their address with just the street address and the zip code. That's all you need. You do not need state, city. So just have this. This is going to improve your lead quality significantly with the street address and the zip code. I recommend it for any home service business that is going to run instant form. Okay. Now you're going to click next, put your privacy policy here from your website, and click next again. Now, on the final screen, you want to tell them last book appointment, last step, call now. You need to give them a secondary call to action. So if you want to put call now, you would say last step, call us now. And then you would put down here, call now, and switch to call business and put your phone number. For roofing and specific businesses that don't have urgency to do something, book appointment is probably the best. So last step, book appointment, and it says right here in the description, click book appointment to select a time and date for us to give you a call and 100% free quote for your roof. So it's very clear. And then you want to put go to website, click book appointment, type in book appointment for the call to action because you're saying click book appointment. And I would put a landing page, which let's see what this landing page looks like. Perfect. So this landing page says book your free inspection, get $1,000 off your new roof or $250 off your repair. And it has this free consultation calendar where they could book. So this is very important. And I want to be honest with you. I'm going to be completely honest with you. You don't need this landing page, but look how easy this landing page is to create. It's very simple, right? You do this in like maybe 30 minutes. But you can literally just put your calendar link right here, your Calendly link, your Go High Level calendar link. Just put your calendar link right here, and people are going to book an appointment. It's going to take them directly to this calendar, or like you can take this calendar link. It'll just take them to this calendar, and there people are going to book an appointment. I'm telling you, they will, because you're telling them to do that. So people that are serious are going to book an appointment. But I will tell you, out of 10 leads, probably 2 or 3 will actually book an appointment. Sometimes 1, right? Depending on what your offer is. So if your offer is really good, you're going to get more appointments. If your offer is not that great, you're probably going to get 2 appointments out of 10 leads, which is fine. So whatever. Now that you have that done, we're going to click publish. And now you have the version 2. You got your new ad. Now what we're going to do is click this quick duplicate. And Facebook's going to say you need to add a video. And I agree. You do need to add a video. You can actually come over to Zuops. And guess what? You can go to the ad library, click video ads. And guess what? There's a video ad with no branding you can use. So you can click this. Look how good that is. So that ad you can just download right here and run it. Zuops lets you use anything in the ad library. You can run it. So you can click download, run it. But guess what? You can copy video ads. So if you click this copy video ad, it's going to analyze. So this is the video analysis preview. And you can literally create that video ad right here. And not only that, you can change the script from the video ad. You could change the scenes. You can literally edit everything about that video ad and replicate it. Isn't that insane? So you can just copy exactly what that ad was from Zuops and then create that video ad. So that's how cool this is. You can copy anything from Zuops, or you can just go to the ad library, and if it doesn't, we can just run that. So I'm going to download that one because that ad is ready to go. That ad is literally ready to go. So we're going to duplicate that, but before, I'm not going to add a video. So I'm going to add a video as my third ad, but what I'm going to do is come here to add to, and I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to upload the other ad that we created in Zuops. All right, there we go. So click next, and now we're going to select original. Perfect. Click next. You see all this copy is still there. I freaking hate this, man. I don't know why Advantage Creative keeps coming on, but we're going to uncheck all this bull crap. Leave these two on. They try and force it on, but I'm telling you, it messes up the ad a lot. This is a visual touch up. Look, it fucks your ad up. This is why when you see ads are all messed up, this is why, is because these visual touch ups are garbage. Look, it like cuts the ad off. It sucks, dude. So turn it off. Click done when you're done turning that off, or your ad's going to be messed. And then click duplicate again. Click duplicate, and now we're going to do add 3, and if you want, you could do this. You could do say video 3, right? So if it's a video, it doesn't really matter. You choose add 3 because we're going to use a video one for this one. So we're going to remove that. Click add video, and now we're going to upload that roofing video because there's no brand. It doesn't say. It's just, hey, if you want a new roof and you want $0 down, you can use it. Does well. We're running that ad, so you can use that ad if you're in Zuops. It's up to you. I mean, it's going to be overused. Maybe create a copy of it with a different guy. It's going to generate a different guy. But yeah, so let's click next, click done, and then now you'll see. Look how good that looks, man. You can't even tell that's AI. Holy shit. What the hell, man? All right. Cool. Sorry for cussing. But now we're going to go back out. So we did this. You see all this? It's all done. Now what we're going to do is you can click preview to publish right here. What you're going to do is just going to close that. It says, okay, you want to just close it. And then I like to do it from here, review and publish. So this is going to publish everything all at once. This has an error, but that's not a problem. Don't even worry. The error is a warning. This video is only eligible for Instagram story. Yeah, I know that it's only eligible for that. So that's perfect. Click publish. And there you go. Our ad is now live, which in 35 minutes, we were able to get our ad live, but we're not done yet. So there's a different thing you have to do is you need to connect this to your CRM and you need to automatically text people. So to do that, you want to use a software or your CRM or whatever. And what you want to do is after 5 minutes, you want to text the lead, right? And so let me see if I could find a client that, yeah, here we go. So I'm going to pull up an old client. Well, it's a current client, but he moved to his own CRM. But basically what happens is a lead will come in, right? And a lead will come in here. No, that's not where there. A lead will come in here. And what you want to do is you want to text them immediately, right? If they don't book an appointment. So this guy booked an appointment. So it said, hi, this is Primary Roofing. Thanks for booking an appointment with us. Can't get away to. Okay, so this guy booked an appointment and then he said, call me immediately. And that's from the same campaign. We did instant forms, everything, book appointments. So the guy booked an appointment. But if they don't book an appointment, you want to text them immediately. So this guy booked an appointment too. So see, look, a lot of booked appointments from instant form. This guy booked an appointment too. Trying to find one that did not book an appointment. Okay, that guy booked an appointment too. Okay, there we go. Hi, this is and this guy number unreachable. So this was just a dead lead, but this is what I was trying to show. So this is what you want. Hi, we're offering $1,000 off. Blah blah blah. Reply yes to confirm your time and date. And then he didn't fill out the information, but it said you're Alice Dallas. So it looked like that some guy was just testing the lead. But this is what you want. You want an immediate text if they do not book an appointment, which you could set up with an automation as simple as this. It's basically, and this is Go High Level, right? If you don't know what Go High Level is, you got to go learn Go High Level. Facebook lead did not book an appointment. And all you do is you connect your Facebook leads. And then once a Facebook form comes in from this one right here, you tag it Facebook ad. You create the opportunity right there. You send an SMS to yourself that a new lead came in. And then you email yourself as well, notify send notify a little, to notification saying, because if you own lead connector or whatever, and then you wait 5 minutes during business hours, which is this advanced window, and then resume on during start from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then you say, if tag does not include scheduled appointment or tag does not include contacted, then, and contacted is like the roofer, the client called them or whatever, then do not add them to nurturing, which then they go through this nurturing sequence that says, hi, whatever. And you see, there's all this nurturing stuff. So I don't have this. I'll create another video about how to build correct nurturing, because this can take like an hour. But really all you need is a one text, hey, we'd like to get you booked. If they don't book an appointment, when's a good time for us to come out and check out your roof or get you a free estimate or whatever. You want a response from the customer. That's the main thing. You want the customer to respond, because if they text you back and they're interested, it's a very high quality lead. But you also need to be calling the lead every day for a week, okay? It's very important to get the customer on the phone. But the reason why you send a text message first before you call is because if you send a text message, right, and then you call them afterwards, especially from a phone number like this, and you're calling from this phone number on Go High Level, and you're texting them first. If you text them first and you call them, it's going to show up on their phone. Maybe it's Dan, because in your first text message, it should say, hi, this is Dan from X and X company. Okay, and put your first and last name. This is Dan Shirley from Super Roofing company. And then it's going to say on their phone, maybe this is Dan Shirley. And then when you call them, it's not going to go and say this is spam likely. It's going to say this is maybe Dan Shirley, because it has a text message. So that's why I do the text message. It's a better pickup rate overall. So that is how you run your first Facebook ads campaign for your home service business. I hope this helped you. I hope you understand. And a couple more things, actually, I want to talk about on the ads. And I'm going to show you why the version number on the campaign. I forgot to tell you about that. So the first three, right? These ads, what you want to do is you want to launch about 4 to 5 ads for a $100 budget. Okay. And then you want to turn off the ads that don't get spent. That's very important. And then you want to launch 2 more ads when you turn off ads. And that's how you're going to continuously find winners. So if you launch, let's say you ran 10 ads in this campaign right now, 10 very different ones, and you can see all of these ads are different, right? They're very different. That's what's going to make this campaign do very well, is when you have very different ads. But I can only, at $100 a day, you could probably launch about 5 ads max. If your budget is $200 a day, you can get away with 10 ads and improve the chance. But you want to go back in there and you want to shut off ads that are not getting spent. So if the ad isn't getting spent, like it's not spending a lot of money on that ad over the course of 2 weeks, then you want to turn it off and you want to launch another ad if you can. Okay. But I would probably leave ads on that are getting leads, but the cost per lead is a little bit higher. I'd probably leave that ad on, right? Versus an ad that has a very low cost per lead and is getting a lot of leads. You would want to leave both on, because they're kind of being shown to the same customer and drawing different customers out sometimes. So realistically, I think the winner of this is going to be the video ad and this ad right here. But I could be wrong. Like, this could draw a specific customer out versus this ad, right? So that's the thing. So right here, I'd probably want to launch 2 more very different ads for this roofing campaign, and it's probably going to do well. Honestly, it's probably going to do well. All right. So I hope you understand that. And then one thing, let's say your campaign, your cost per lead is going like crazy high, right? After 4 or 5 months. The reason I do this version number is what I will do is I'll click duplicate, uncheck all this stuff, right? I don't want to uncheck all of this. Do never, if you enable this, right, it's gonna be the worst campaign ever. Because look, reach people interested in your locations. That's the one that's gonna get leads 5 miles away. So don't uncheck this, click duplicate, and then we're gonna go to version 2, and then you're gonna go back out. So you're gonna call that version 2, and then you're gonna relaunch it again. then you're going to click this and relaunch it. And then you're going to turn off version 1, right? And you know what that does? That resets the entire audience learning. So now it resets everything. It completely resets the ad. And now you're going to get, it's going to, like, let's say your cost per lead has been rising and you've been running the campaign for 3 or 4 months. It's been doing well. That simple duplicate relaunch is going to relearn everything about your campaign, which is very cool because your cost per lead is going to reset. And that's very important to do from time to time. Now, sometimes it doesn't reset the cost per lead to what it was before because you're running the same ads. So it might be better when you do that to launch another 2 or 3 new creatives, which is why Zuops is so important about coming in here and running different variations. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be better to maybe run this variation instead of this one now, and maybe create more, right? Because that's what really matters today with Facebook's Andromeda update that people are all talking about. It's all about creatives. It's all about adding as many ads or testing ads. So, but that simple fix right there, just duplicate version 2, is going to help you a lot with your ad campaign on resetting it after 3 or 4 months of when your cost per lead rises. And this is a secret thing no marketer talks about. So this is very important for you to understand and do. All right. But you want to make sure every time you duplicate, you uncheck that. They try to trick you. It's going to screw your campaign up. All right. Uncheck everything. But yeah, that's how you're going to launch your first Facebook ads campaign for your home service business. I hope I helped you. I can't think of anything more right now, but there are a bunch of other tricks and things that you could do as well, which I'll be launching, releasing some more videos and tutorials about that. But that is the #1 way to launch a service business Facebook ads campaign in 2026. So thank you. I hope I helped you, and talk to you soon. Bye.